Does this coastline look familiar to you? Nope, it's not the west coast of California, it's the west coast of England.
We've always thought that Cornwall is the UK's answer to California with its views, beaches and surf culture. It reminds me of home.
This is a really popular place for Brits during the summer, but it's really hard to know where to start because it's such a big county.
But we've done the planning for you so that you can live the life of Reilly too when you get here. Let's go! Come on.
With surf, sea, and sand like this, you'd be forgiven for thinking we're back in California. It even has the same laid-back vibe and great food. This is Cornwall. It's on the most southwesterly tip of England and has 400 miles of coastline. It's about a 5-hour drive from London, so there aren't many Americans that make the trip down. But it's a great chance to explore a different part of the country and take in some breathtaking landscapes. The crashing ocean waves have formed beautiful bays and natural harbours, which means that every beach you visit feels unique. There's so much to see, whatever the weather, luckily. That's why it's become a summer favourite for so many British families. During this video, we'll be visiting the end of the land, an island castle which you can walk across the water to, and much more. The drive down to Cornwall will take you past Stonehenge or Bath. You could visit both if you want to break up the journey. We've already made a video about the Roman town of Bath, which you can check out here. You can find some great Airbnbs, stylish hotels and lodgings, but many holiday makers will camp, which is a fraction of the cost. We booked a tent pitch at Trevornick Holiday Park, which has a pool, restaurants and entertainment. It's a short drive from Newquay, which is one of the most popular towns for people to stay. Newquay's normal population of 20,000 rises to 100,000 during the summer. There are loads of things to do and places to eat, whatever the weather. After surviving a stormy night in the tent, we woke up to bright blue skies and hot sun. A perfect time to hit Cornwall's famous beaches. In the morning, we hiked down to Holywell Bay from our campsite. The views were breathtaking. The beach looks like something out of a pirate story, and we weren't the only ones that thought this. The BBC's Poldark was filmed here and all over Cornwall. Not heard of Poldark? Well, how about Game of Thrones? The new prequel is being filmed here too. The Atlantic's waves are great for surfing, but sometimes too strong. When we went, this stretch was closed until the afternoon because it wasn't safe. Check the surf reports if you don't want to be disappointed when you get here. There was a little river to splash in and caves to explore, so there's always something to do. Late morning, we jumped in the car and headed to the most famous surfing spot in Cornwall, Fistral Beach. Its walls of waves are internationally renowned. Surf competitions are held here. Newquay Town Centre has its own beach. It's very popular for this reason, but the sands, local cafes and restaurants will satisfy everyone. On the other side of the island house are 3 more beaches. And a short drive away is Watergate Bay, which we love. Its wide open beach makes it safe for the little ones. And there are some great places to eat and drink after a day in the water. It's also the place where first-time boarders head. The sea's almost too busy with newbies. You can book a lesson Or just hire wetsuits and surfboards yourself and head out into the waves. There are too many amazing beaches in Cornwall to mention in one video. These will get you started, but if you want to find somewhere unique, there are loads of small caves and hidden gems if you Google secret beaches. Post your favourites in the comments below.
Whoa! Flooded!
So as it's a bit of a washout, we wanted to get out of the tent and do something, so we thought what better than a bit of a road trip. So we're going to go through a few different places down to Land's End and a few stops that you might choose to do on the way, and hopefully it won't be as rainy for you. Timings can be tough in Cornwall because the winding roads can turn a 30-mile trip into a long 1-hour drive. That happened to us when we were driving to the quaint coastal town of Marazion. As picturesque as it is, it's famous for one thing.
St. Michael's Mount. It was built in the 1100s. Lots of stories have been written here about mermaids and pirates, but everyone knows pirates aren't real and mermaids are definitely real.
Now this is somewhere where you really will have to plan your trip. A quarter of a mile out to sea there is St. Michael's Mount. As you can see, it's impassable at the moment because of the water, but for 4 hours of the day, a causeway appears through the water and you can actually walk the way through because it's a tidal island. So look on the website, find out the times that you can go along and when you can't. Unfortunately, they've been closed the whole week we're down here, so we can't take you across and show you, but we're definitely going to come another time and hopefully you can make it here yourselves. We had a picnic lunch on the beach and headed on to Land's End. We've got water this side, we've got water that side of us and water in front of us. I think we're coming to the end of the land. Growing up, Land's End felt like it was only famous for one thing: getting a photo taken next to the Land's End sign. It's now got many more modern attractions to satisfy the thousands of tourists who flock here every day. You can keep it real though by walking past these end of pier attractions to take a hike or a casual stroll around cliff edge views that money can't buy. Land's End is the most southwesterly tip of England, so it feels like the edge of the world. If you've got kids, there's an adventure playground on the left-hand side of the touristy bit, which won't cost a penny. We spent 2 hours at Land's End, but you could easily spend more or less if you wanted. Don't forget to have your picture taken at the sign before you leave. Expect a big line for it. We love our photo though. We jumped back in the car and headed to St. Ives, a 15-mile drive which took 45 minutes. It has a famous fishing harbour, cobbled streets, and another great beach for surfing. You could even go on a boat tour and go seal watching. It's no surprise that a picture-perfect town like this has become an art capital of the world. It boasts scores of galleries and even the National Tate with its famous exhibitions. It gets really busy at dinner time, so you might want to book ahead, or be prepared to eat fish and chips while looking out to sea. We got lucky and ate in the balcony, which was really well priced and had a sea view. This was another point where it felt just like California. The kids slept in the car as we drove the 45 minutes back to Newquay. The next day was a washout. Luckily, there are loads of wet weather attractions around. Well, this is England, we are always ready for the rain. There is a zoo in Newquay, but we decided to keep the water theme going and go to the aquarium, which is right on the seafront.
We're not too big,
so it's not like you have to spend all day here. So if it's a bit of a wet morning, you can always come in the morning, and then if it brightens up in the afternoon, you can go up and enjoy the beach, which is literally just outside. And it's just sometimes nice to do something a bit different when you're on holiday. And most of the things in Cornwall are outside, so at least you can shelter in here when it's raining and horrible.
California is famous for its craft beer and great food. There are some amazing restaurants around the county. Gordon Ramsay wouldn't buy a holiday home here if it didn't. Speaking of great food and drink, check out Lost Brewing Company in Newquay. They're a new microbrewery created by two brothers in 2018.
It started brewing in the garden, giving beers to friends, and then moved on from there. The original plan was to just start selling beers low-key, and then basically my brother just said, this place has come up, it's perfect, so we thought, let's go for that. We're doing it backwards. It's been great feedback so far, yeah, just want to keep it going, that's the main thing.
Big brother Daniel has worked in hospitality for years, so knows how to make a mean burger.
Oh my god, these fries are amazing. You have to try one. You can always tell a good place by good fries.
That is a tasty burger. We had a much better night's sleep last night, didn't we, Jude?
Yeah.
Because there was no storm. On our last day, we'd heard good things about Foy. It's another small bay with a steep valley around it. England is well known for its small streets, but these were tough for me. It's best to park up in the public car park and walk down into the town. It's steep, so perhaps not for everyone. The views are amazing. It feels like you've stepped back in time. We spent too much time in Foy that we didn't get to our next place until late. The Eden Project is a unique attraction. Not just because of its unique roof designs, but it's also home to the largest indoor rainforest in the world.
The Eden Project is great for a rainy day, but it doesn't have that adrenaline rush that some kids might be craving.
But next door is Hang Loose, which has the longest and fastest zip line in England. That's good fun. It is really good fun.
No, we saw your face, you were scared.
Oh, I was not scared. I was not scared. We've literally shown you just a small part of what Cornwall has to offer, but we hope it gives you some ideas for your trip. We're going to have to come back to explore more. Until then, where are you going to go next with us? Pick a video